Indeed. Oh boy, Bill Bronchick. How was your day? I missed you yesterday. You had some stuff going on. You suing somebody or what happened?
What? Well, I had a date.
You're in court nowadays, or what's going on?
No. I don't go to court much. Not unless I have to. Absolutely. No, just a busy, crazy day. Business has been booming.
How's the market out there in Denver? Dude, we're listing houses, man. We're getting 3 offers in a day, 20,000 over.
Yeah, same thing. I'm actually dealing with someone right now who, the house was listed for like $550. They bid $650, and they agreed to come in with an extra $100, and it didn't even appraise for $550. So they're like, all right, give me my $10,000 earnest money back. And the listing agent's saying, no, because the proof of funds that you gave us was really your parents' money, which they were going to gift you. And I said, so what? So what? If they could have gifted it at closing, they had the funds.
That's crazy.
Crazy. The realtor's practicing law. I love it.
I didn't know you could come out to somebody because you didn't agree to where their money was coming from.
Well, they said it was a misrepresentation when they asked for proof of funds. They said what they had was they had the money too, separately.
Oh, okay.
4 different bank accounts. So they said, let me just give you the parents' one with one and make it easy and say they'll gift it to me if I need to.
Crazy, man. Crazy. So the market's out here, man. I'm just like people buying houses on videos.
Yeah.
Where do you see this thing going? I feel like you got some type of.
It's going to get worse. I think it's going to get worse and worse. I mean, meaning better and better if you're a seller, because of limited supply still, low interest rates, and inflation. Inflation is going to be great for landlords. I mean, it's just going to bring rents higher and higher and higher. Poor tenants, but too bad.
There's something, isn't it?
I don't like it.
Wow. I think about my people, Bill. That's why we're doing this today, to serve my people. Obviously we're serving my clients and my viewers. I don't even feel it. I paid my mortgages. I'm like, man, I don't know. I tried not to participate in the whole economic thing. And,
I mean, I sold my primary 2 years ago. And according to Zillow, I mean, I don't know how accurate that is, but according to Zillow, I just got an email that it went up 200,000 in a year and a half.
Good God. Yeah, mine went up. My next door neighbor sold theirs for 70,000 more.
Crazy.
He sold his for 70,000 more than my. They both sold.
Right.
2 years ago was here. Then I see 70. I'm like 70,000. I just can't believe it, Bill. It's go.
It's not a bubble either. I don't think this is something that's going to pop. I mean, it may fizzle at some point, but it's not 2008, where we had overbuilding, oversupply, bad mortgages. The lenders are still very tight, and they're qualifying people and making them put 20% down. We've got low inventory, low interest rates, and creeping inflation. So that all is going to add up to higher prices, higher rents.
Round up, come on in. I am Chris Haskins. I'm going to be your pilot tonight, along with my co-pilot, Bill Bronchick. It is an honor to hang out with you. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. And doing that, I want to make sure you're prepared for the upcoming foreclosure tidal wave that's coming. Bill and I have been doing this for quite a while. And we chose, Bill contacted me, sent me an email, wants to know, hey, maybe your rounduppers could benefit from having this strategy in the toolbox.
Yeah.
Bill Bronchick, thank you so much for hanging out with me, my friend.
Pleasure.
Good to see you. So roundup, if you hang out with us tonight, I got some goodies for you. All those that watch to a certain time period, to make sure you watch close to the end. I'm going to have the goodies for you. I don't like releasing stuff at the beginning. I'm going to make sure you guys hanging out with us so you can get all the goods.
Okay.
So, Bill, for the few people that don't, we've been on here before. I know you've been doing real estate for longer than I've been alive. And
no, that's right. 30 years as a practicing real estate attorney, 28 years as an investor. Started my state RIA, Colorado Real Estate Investors Association, in 95.
Wow. You started it?
Yeah, I started it and ran it for 18 years. And then I started the Colorado Landlords Association a couple of years ago, and I run that now. I've authored 6 books published on real estate investing, and I'm done hundreds and hundreds of deals myself, and in the thousands for clients.
Yeah, whenever I got a problem, I just email them. Now, you guys probably can't get that, but so this foreclosure thing, Bill, I want to make sure people understand what it is. You know, some people might have heard of it, but just give us a 40,000-foot view of what it is, and then we'll get into the moving parts.
Yeah, when the government put the block on foreclosures a year and a half ago, people went into deferments, which is not a forbearance. It's not a loan mod. It's just you don't make your payment for a while, but at some point when it's all over, someone's going to have to come up with that money for 14 or 15 back payments. And most people, you know, either A, won't be able to do it and walk away and get foreclosed, B, might be able to work with the lender to add the payments to the back of the loan or some of them to the back of the loan and just extend it out, which is called a forbearance. But in order to do that, you have to show that you can make the payments going forward. You're gainfully employed, you have the income. Not everybody is. You know, some people might be employed, but they got a lesser paying job, or their business went out and now they don't have as much income, so they can't even afford to make regular payments going forward. If they were able to, they probably would be, right? Because it doesn't make much sense to just defer payments when you know it's all going to come due at some point.
Well, I guess everybody was talking about forbearance. You're talking about deferment.
Yeah. A deferment is just you're not making payments and they're not reporting late on your credit report. But at some point, they're going to say, that's it. Pay up all those 15, 16 payments you haven't made. And when you can't do that, they're going to foreclose. Now, some people will qualify for a forbearance, loan modification, or something of the sort. I don't know, exactly what form that's going to take. The banks might get creative and maybe you pay your regular payment plus a few $100 a month towards your back payments over a couple of years.
Good Lord.
That would be nice, but not always possible. So a lot of people will be filing Chapter 13 bankruptcy, which is going to cause another clog in the system. But eventually, these houses are going to get foreclosed, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities for investors.
Do you think the government is going to force lenders to do something creative, Bill? It just seems like it's such a magnitude of debt.
FHA, they can do that. They can make FHA. They could twist Fannie Mae's arm, but that's still only about 50% of the loans out there.
Yeah, I was going to say that's almost
that's only 50%. The other ones, the portfolio lenders like Wells Fargo, like U.S. Bank, Chase, they don't follow the rules of Fannie and Freddie. So they don't have any leverage over those people.
Gotcha. Wow.
Unless they throw, the government's going to throw $3 or $4 trillion at it and say, here's money to help those people, which, there's only so many trillions you can print.
That's scary, Bill. I hope it doesn't come down to that, because we're all trying to figure out.
That's not fair. That's not fair, because we're borrowing that money. So we're basically putting people's problems on our grandchildren. That's not fair.
Yeah, we'll get to that on another conversation. I know you guys have an opinion on that too. Roundup, if you're just joining us, I'm here with Bill Bronchick. We're talking about foreclosures coming up. He's got a workshop coming up. We're going to get into all that. But remember, there's a link in the video description right there. It just says join. Roundup, if you want to get your questions answered first and support the channel, all I'm doing is offering the busy professionals and full-time entrepreneurs just a little something extra where you can kind of get your question answered first. And all it is a large Starbucks coffee a month just to continue supporting the Roundup channel so I can keep this content coming and negotiating discounts and goodies for you too. So hit that join button and support your boy if I'm helping you out. So Bill, tell us what is important about knowing the strategy. I remember before I learned it was kind of like this foggy thing in my mind. Like, how does it work? What do you do? Where do you go? How do you do?
Right. Well, foreclosures are not per se a strategy, but a source of deals. There's a good 7 or more ways to attack a deal that is in foreclosure, depending on what stage it's at, depending on how many back payments and so forth. And that's what people need to learn is multiple ways to deal with a foreclosure: high equity, low equity, medium equity, behind in payments, not yet foreclosed, foreclosure started but not yet auctioned, what to do with the auction, after the auction, and all kinds of lien strategies by purchasing or discounting liens.
Wow.
There's so many different ways to attack a foreclosure to make a profit.
You getting into all that stuff. So you're not just talking about going to the auction with a check and done with the deal.
No, that's only one small part of what I'm talking about. I'm talking about short sales, subject tos, negotiating loan mods and forbearances, buying and discounting liens. There's so many ways to attack the issue, attack the problem that could be a win-win, because whatever you can do to save people from a foreclosure and destroy their credit for 7 years, the better it is for them, better it is for you to make a profit.
Wow. I didn't know you were doing that. I thought you could just be going to the auction stuff. So there's 7 ways that you're going to be teaching people how to actually profit from the foreclosure process itself.
Right.
What's interesting to me, and what I always was fascinated about foreclosures, is the unobstructable right for the lender to take back the property. I just love that word, unobstructed. It's almost like this is going to happen.
Right.
Eventually. Now, there's a whole bunch of tools.
Doesn't matter when. Right.
Just matter when. So you're attacking this thing from the point pre-foreclosure all the way to foreclosure, which is with your workshop.
Absolutely. Yeah. For auctions is just a small part of what I'm going to be teaching.
Sweet. So round up, tell us a little bit. Well, let me see. We got a code here. What is the date and time on that, Bill, so people will know when you're going to be offering that training?
It's this Saturday.
Okay.
It's 9 to 4 Mountain Time, which is Eastern 11 to 6. Yeah, I got that.
11 yeah, that's right. 11.
And Pacific 8 to 3. Central Time 10 to 5.
So tell me about the negotiating process, Bill. I get a lot of my clients are like, Chris, I offered them money, and they just didn't want to do it. I think a lot of us think that throwing money at the problem will be the solution for the seller or for the homeowner at that time. No,
if you're dealing with the homeowner, the important word is trust. They're going to do business with who they trust, regardless of what the ultimate price is or what you pay, because there's someone out there who will pay more. But they will still do business with you paying less if they trust you and they like you. So that's the key. How do you get the trust of the homeowner to deal with you? And then potentially, how do you negotiate with the lender or other lien holders on the property who have liens, judgments, IRS, and so forth?
Mm-hmm. So does the stuff that you're teaching, does it work in all states, or is this some states that it could work? It's not applicable?
No, I'm going to talk about, there's 2 major categories. There's mortgage states, there's deed of trust states.
What's the difference?
Well, in a mortgage state, when you have a default, the lender starts a lawsuit in the courts. It's, a summons, complaint, and then they get a judgment, and then the judge orders it for sale. In a deed of trust state, you advertise it in the paper for a number of weeks or months, depending which state you're in, and then eventually it goes to sale. So in the end, it's the same. You're at a sale. It's just the process of how you get there. In mortgage states, the process tends to be long because the court system can be clogged up in that county. So, for example, if you're in South Florida, you're in New York, those are mortgage states. It could be 9 months, a year before they get to sale. Where in Texas, it's 21 days, you trust publication, then they get the sale. So,
yeah, we got
hang them high and foreclose them fast.
Is Georgia like that too? I don't know. They're pretty fast down there.
I'm pretty sure they're a mortgage state.
Pretty fast. So who is this for, Bill? I know everybody thinks they got to have a bunch of money to get into real estate. I want you to tell me kind of like, is this for people that are getting started or kind of have seasoned?
Well, all 7 strategies are applicable, but some of them are a little more complex, may require more cash than others. Now, where are you going to get that cash? You can bring in a partner. You can use your home equity line of credit if you have one available, or you can just focus on the strategies that require less cash.
Mm-hmm. So roundup foreclosure. It doesn't have to be your, Bill. I just I cannot imagine how many times you have heard, "If I only had the money." If I only had the money. For me, I'm like, if I just got a quarter every time somebody told me that, I would be.
You got a coffee for each one, right?
Dude.
You'd be like this.
Wrong mindset, Bill. Wrong mindset.
Yeah. You find a deal, money will follow you. There's plenty of money out there, and there's less deals than there is money.
Oh my God, yes.
You open up a bank vault, there's all the money you need. The question is how do you get people to give it to you? You offer a good deal. I mean, if I said to Chris, I got a Ferrari parked out back, $35,000, and a Ferrari is an expensive car. If I asked you, can you afford $35,000? You might say, I don't have $35,000. But if I told you there's a $150,000 Ferrari parked out back for 35 grand, you'd make some phone calls and you'd find $35,000. So you got to take the same mindset to real estate. Like if I find a screaming deal, who can I call? Where do I go? Who can I partner with? Who can I borrow from? What can I sell? How can I scratch together this money and make it happen?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to teach my daughters, Bill, as opposed to saying I can't. I mean, I'm really trying to beat it in their head. How can I? How can I? How? And you know what? It really does change the way you think, Robert Kiyosaki.
Absolutely. Your actions are based on what questions you ask yourself.
How can I? How can I? How can I afford? I know for me, I'm like, how can I pay off one house? How can I do this?
If you ask yourself, how could I be so stupid? Your brain's going to answer because you're an idiot. If you ask yourself, what did I learn from this? Then your brain's going to answer differently.
Man, that's deep. That's deep, Bill. Yeah, I just got a terrible termite inspection report, and I beat myself up. But I went ahead and said, what am I going to learn, and how can I get out of this situation? Stings a little bit. So round up, we got foreclosure profits with Bill Bronchick. A few more minutes. I'm still waiting on this email. He's got a code for us. He's going to give us a code shortly. I'm waiting on that email from Bill's team. We're going to give you an additional discount, and it's only going to be good for one day. Bill agreed to give us a discount, but since it's so close to the training, one day. Okay, so you're going to get half off, Bill. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you. So this is for people that have no money, they can borrow money, people that do have capital. Do you foresee that there's a window that the foreclosures are going to be like obviously the economy it's going vertical now.
Right.
You've been around for longer, Bill. Can it continually go up, or is there only one way for it to go?
Well, I think prices will still go up, but there's going to be a pocket of people that are going to get foreclosed if we don't help them.
Gotcha.
And so the number of foreclosures is actually declining in the last quarter. The number of foreclosures, number of defaults, not foreclosures, defaults, has actually declined in the last quarter because people are starting to work again. Gotcha. So what we're looking at are the people who defaulted a year ago, and it just hasn't got through the system yet. So there's going to be a window. If those default rates start slipping downwards, that's the end of the window. So it's last March through first quarter of this year. Those people got to get processed through the foreclosure system, and that's our window.
I gotcha. So how about negotiating with people? Because from my experience, money is not. You got to think about this. Somebody that's losing their home. Their mind is not so. My mentor lost 13 homes, and I was right there with him. He wouldn't let me buy any of them, Bill. 13 homes, and I'm like, hey, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm like, I got cash.
Right.
I can do
right.
Emotions. I mean, it's just emotions are so high, Bill. Are you going to help them with negotiating with these people?
Yeah. So A.D. Kessler, the famous author and publisher of Creative Real Estate Magazine, said there's no such thing as a problem property, just a problem ownership. Problems can be fixed if you're in the right mindset. So what you have to do is find these people and take care of the problem for them. And help them solve the problem so that you can make money and they can get on with their life.
Give us a scenario, Bill. I know obviously I've seen a million of them, but I want to know where people like money, the one we just bought. Anyway, give us a scenario where money is not like at the forefront of their
Right.
thinking.
So let's say, for example, you find someone who's 4 or 5 payments behind, translating to 8 or 10,000 in back payments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe the foreclosure has started, maybe not, but they're in default. You can approach these people, gain their trust, negotiate with them if they have a little bit of equity to take ownership of the home subject to the mortgage, meaning don't pay it off, just pay the back payments up and then keep making them going forward. And then give the seller a little money for their equity and they move on and they avoid a foreclosure. In fact, you're going to cure it and make it on time from now on, which is going to improve their credit, as opposed to going to the sale, which destroys their credit. Okay. So that's just a potential scenario that you can get in light. You know, I said 8 or 10 grand, and then turn around and maybe wholesale that to another investor for 10 grand on top of what you put up. So you get your 8 or 10 grand back plus another 10 grand for the wholesaling fee. Or you could keep it yourself as a rental, you know, throw some carpet and paint and just rent it out. Or sell it on a lease with option, or turn around, sell it with owner financing and create a cash flow spread. Someone will give you probably 20 or 30,000 down. So not only will you get your 10 back, you'll get another 15, and monthly payments coming in of $600 to $1,000 a month.
So round up what Bill is giving you several scenarios there. I've bought houses for a car. Some people need transportation. Some people need a security deposit for another place. Some people need another house. We bought houses and moved people in there. So a lot of times, money, it is important, but they're looking for someone, as Bill says, that they can trust.
To take care of their situation and offer solutions. See, if you just come up to the approach that I want to buy your house and I'm going to give you some money, not everybody wants that. They want, okay, then what? Where do I go? What do I do? How do I get another house?
Exactly.
Who can help me move? You know, it's a holistic approach you have to come across these people. Now, you don't want to go too far and, you know, be the solver for every single one of their problems. You want to encourage them to, you know, look for a place to live themselves. But as much as you can assist them with that, with the information, and arm them with the information they need to accomplish those tasks, you know, get their head out of the sand like an ostrich, and say, hey, time to face the music here and let's deal with this problem together.
Yeah. Let me ask you, Bill, have you ever had, I'm sure you have. Have you ever, Dan Kennedy says sometimes you got to have a penalty for not doing what you're supposed to do. Have you ever had a seller bring money to help do the deal with back payments?
Yeah. When they, you know, back in 2017, 18, when they had those 120% mortgages, remember those?
Yeah, negative.
Yeah. Or someone just refied 100% equity and they have a pile of cash. I say, well, you just got 40 grand out of that refi. Why don't you come up with 10 and I'll come up with 10 and we'll cure the back payments and I'll take over your house.
Wow. I hope y'all heard that. I hope you heard that. That is one of the most gangster strategies I've ever heard. It's all about how you frame it up too. You can't just go in there and ask them to bring it.
Right. You don't say, put up money, say, well, you got this money, you know, out. So it's only fair that you pay some of it back.
Put it into the deal.
You know, if you want me to take care of your problem, you're going to have to contribute.
And at least you can ask. They can always say no, but I love using the, how much do you
always told me you never know what you get, so you ask.
Don't never know. How much do you have to make the deal work? How much do you have to make the deal work? And then they just shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
Sometimes they might say 20.
Huh?
Sometimes they might say, I have 20. I have all of it.
You don't know.
People to refi their house that had too high of an interest rate. I said, go refi your house and then I'll take over the payments.
Wow. That's gangster, dog. So it just came in. Okay, here we go. Round up. So listen, Bill's training is going to be this Saturday. That's June 26th. June 26th. So we got a coupon code for you. Thank you, It's just for my Roundup homies that took the time out of their day to listen. I'm going to give you the code right now. Right now. Okay. So use the coupon code CASH. Cash is going to get you 50% off the already discounted price. The link is in the video description, and that discount will end in 24 hours. So y'all don't be emailing me trying to get, and it's only a couple $100. I mean, you're spending more than that. Bill, I don't know about where you're at, but every restaurant, every drive-through fast food, every place that serves any type of service is just packed. How is it out there?
Same thing. And they all have signs, help wanted, help wanted, help wanted. $18 an hour to work at Good Times Burgers.
Wow, dude. What's going on? People don't want to go back to work?
They don't want to go back to work because they're collecting unemployment at $18 an hour. So if you're offering 15, people would rather stay home.
Wow, man. That's just so crazy. So Roundup, the link is in the video description. Just go down. It'll say show more. You'll see the link right there. Bill is so graciously given me for my Roundup homies. Use the coupon code CASH. And it's a little dark. You got to put it into the left of it when you're checking out. That discount is good for 1 day. And Bill is going to be doing, go ahead, I'll let you announce it one more time, Bill, so they know exactly what you're going to be covering for this foreclosure profits.
So it's on the link there. You click on there, it tells you all about it. But I'm going to be covering 7 different ways to profit from the foreclosure process. I'm going to be talking about how to negotiate with homeowners, brokers, banks, other lien holders, IRS, and so forth.
Stay there for a minute, Bill, because you do negotiating, no doubt. You're an attorney. Are you teaching them to do it, or do they hire? Because attorneys, I'm not going to know everything. You have to kind of lead them down.
Teach them to do it. Teach them how to negotiate.
That's big because what I've learned, Bill, I've gotten. I remember my most recent deal. We negotiated like $90,000 of child support liens. Child support liens. So are you seeing, I mean, is everything negotiable in your world?
Except death. Taxes are negotiable. The expression used to be everything's negotiable with death and taxes. Not true. Back taxes are negotiable. I've negotiated off IRS liens off the property for pennies on the dollar.
Wait, y'all hear that? I hope y'all listen to this stuff. This is good stuff. I just wanted to stay there for a minute because when people see debt, when I was starting out, I just automatically I had that off switch. Like they owe 80,000, it's only worth 90. I mean, it's worth 85. Nah.
Right.
Move on.
Right. Well, what I'm going to be teaching is strategies. Some of them will be high equity strategies. Some of them will be low equity strategies. Some will be negative equity strategies. When someone owes 50 or 100,000 more than the house is worth, what do you do then?
Yeah. That was a big one back. I think that's what's going to be coming soon, Bill. I mean, the way prices are going, I mean, I don't know if it's obviously the prices can continue to go up, but is it sustainable though?
You never know what monkey wrench can be thrown into the system. I mean, like who would have thought of COVID, right? So, things happen. But if we look at the indicators, low inventory still, low interest rates, high demand, that's going to force prices up.
Summertime too.
Yep. Summertime, prices generally higher.
Oh boy.
People are shopping for homes before the school season starts. We have inflation kicking in, which is going to, kick everything because construction costs are way up through the roof. I mean, and you can't get anybody to do any work because everybody's busy doing work. And if you get a small job, good luck.
Yeah, man.
You can't find anybody to do a job that's less than $10,000.
Have you seen it like this before, Bill, in 30 years?
Nope. I haven't.
Not even 05?
No, I haven't seen it this bad.
Golly, dude. It's so scary, man. I thought I was scared at the beginning of COVID. What
happens next is scarier. Are we going to print our money way out of this, borrowing from China and India, or are we going to leave the system to figure itself out, or something in between?
Roundup. Thank you for joining us. We're going to get to the Q&A, Bill, my favorite time of the day. I love Q&A. But if you haven't registered up, the link is in the video description for Bill's Foreclosure Profits one-day workshop. It's going to be held this weekend. You will get 50% off to use my coupon code CASH. use the coupon code CASH. I'm not even going to put it in the video description. Only people that watch the video will get this discount. It's an honor. It's an honor to serve you guys. You have no idea. I love you guys. I love you. Paris, thank you so much for your love offering, my friend. What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Bill, awesome workshop seminar a couple months ago. Oh, yeah. I think you did what is the subject 2 thing you did?
Yeah, the subject 2 workshop about a month and a half ago.
Yeah, transactions at will. And Mark Jackson wants to know, what about Delaware? I don't know. What is he?
What about
Delaware? Mark, you got to be a little more specific. You know, members question. Don't forget, we do members questions first, guys. Let's see. Luis, hey, I'm in California setting up an LLC and a land trust. I'm told LLC names are visible in this state. What's the best route in order to remain more private entity or trust?
Both. You can set up a land trust to own a property, and then the land trust is owned by the LLC. Now, the tenants and other people don't know who the owner of the trust is. If they find it's the LLC, they can look it up at the state and potentially find information. And there's ways of doing that too, where you can get away with, anonymity on the state. Most states don't ask for the owners of of LLCs. They ask for the person who files it, that's the organizer, the person who's the registered agent for the company, okay, which is most people do their own thing and they'd be their own registered agent. And then some states ask for names of managers. California is one of them. Name and address of the manager. So you can have a friend be the initial manager in the filing and then have them resign a day later and then make you the manager with simple resolution. You could use a service to file it or an attorney to file it. You can use a registered agent company or attorney to be a registered agent, then your name's nowhere on the filing.
So I don't know, Luis. Bill is an attorney, so he can't speak as passionate. I don't know if he can or not, but I'm like land trusted to death. Bill, I had a friend of mine just 2 weeks ago went to court. He's got 100 rental properties. He does land contracts. So they're coming after him. The city's coming after him for the city inspection. You know how they can redline a certain area and say, this area is good. We're going to inspect. He goes, Chris, I should have put him in land trust.
Right. Because they're just going to cross-reference his name through all the databases, find out
on the city assessor site, Bill.
Yep.
They got him. I'm like, he's going to be on to talk about that. But Bill, anyway, we can't speak highly enough about land trust. You all already know the deal on that. I'm not even going to. Round up. Get registered up. We see somebody already got their seed. Who is that? No Foe Jay White. Thank you for supporting us, brother. You already got it. That's right. I can't beat the $100. Good God.
Yeah.
One day.
Thank you.
One day. Paris, one of our members. Thank you for supporting Bill. Lately in the news, wholesalers have been getting a negative press. Where do you see our industry future? And I personally see having real estate license might be the norm.
Illinois passed a law that if you assign contracts, you need a license as a real estate agent or broker. You could still do double closings. You could still do wet funded double closings. And they're the only state so far that's done it. If a bunch of states do it, it's not hard to get a real estate license. People really just have an aversion to that. You study online for about, 20, 25 hours. You go through a background check, you take a multiple choice test, and that's it. You're a licensed agent.
I think people just don't want to go through the hassle of going through the training.
Depends how much money you want to make.
That's true.
Because there are advantages of being a licensee. You get access to the contracts, access to the MLS and the databases. You get cooperation of other real estate agents, as opposed to investor dealing with a real estate agent. You're a real estate agent to real estate agent. You got to get more cooperation. So, and there's the downside, with the hassle of having to get licensed and continuing education credits, and you have to get errors and omissions insurance and pay some place to hang your license monthly. But if that becomes the norm, then It's like Facebook. Facebook's putting ads out now saying, we support regulations on social media.
Oh, gosh.
Why? Because they don't want competition. Because they know anyone who's a startup can't comply with those regulations. So they're fine with regulations. They're just getting ahead of it and saying, we're all supporting regulation. The same thing. If you want to become a real estate agent, then you're going to be one of the fewer players playing in the game because most people won't get the license. They'll just give up. So I don't think it's necessarily a problem.
That's something. Delaware, Garcia, Illinois, non-judicial states work quicker. Now, Illinois says do non-judicial and judicial states work. Which one is quicker than the other, Bill?
Usually non-judicial are quicker. Usually.
Yeah. I know. Aren't some states they can choose? I think Virginia, they can choose to do either one.
Well, every state you can do either one. The question is what type of instrument did you use in the beginning to record against the property?
So it's the instrument.
Yeah. So if you recorded a deed of trust, I mean, some states, most states allow one or the other. It's just that predominantly it's customary in states to use one or the other. Mm-hmm. It's up to the lender whether they want a mortgage against the property or a deed of trust.
Gotcha. Dwayne, hey, if I had the money, I'm starting. Well, oh, he's messing up with us. If I only had the money.
If you only had $100 to sign up for the workshop, if you're saying I don't have $100, you really need to take this workshop.
Yeah. I think he's giving me a hard time on that. If I only had the money thing that we talked about earlier. Roundup. In the video description, go ahead and use the coupon code CASH. You'll see it right there. Use the coupon code CASH to get 50% off of Bill's foreclosure workshop. Will be held this weekend. Mm-hmm. Eastern Standard, 11 to 5. What did you say?
11 to 6.
11 to 6. And Bill is a real estate attorney, so don't even take my word for it. I want you to hear what he's got to say on this stuff. I like foreclosures, Bill. I like the pressure.
Yeah,
I like the pressure. Now, not everybody's built for that.
Yeah, the good part is that they're under a deadline, so they got to move. The bad news is it's public information, and so you're competing with a lot of players.
Well, it's less than the MLS. It ain't like you compete with MLS people.
Yeah, true. But you don't have just investors to compete with. You've got bankruptcy attorneys mailing these people. You've got lenders trying to refi them and do loan mods. You've got realtors trying to list it.
That's true.
So you got all kinds of people. I mean, I remember I used to go to people's houses and they'd show me a box, like a big file box filled to the top with all the letters they got.
Wow. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, we have been right to the house before COVID, man. We just go to the house like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, that's the way to do it. And we're going to be talking about that at the workshop is how did you negotiate your way into the house?
Yeah,
most people don't have a clue how to door knock.
Yeah. You want to give them a taste or are you going to save that for the weekend?
I'll give them a taste of that. First of all, don't try to get them to sign a deed on the spot. That's a mistake.
Slow dance.
All you want to do in the door knock is get an appointment in a couple of days, give them a list of things to gather, and then go meet with them. So it's not this big hurdle of, let me into your house, let me explain what I do, let me buy your house, give me a quick claim deed now. That's just, it's too high pressure. It's too, seedy. It's suspect. You just like, hey, you got 15 or 20 minutes tomorrow or Wednesday to talk about, how we can solve your problem.
Mm-hmm. Bad move trying to move fast. I was thinking about doing a video on this about the slow dance, Bill. What do you think about the slow dance?
I like it. Because a lot of people, some people will just lay down and go, okay, whatever, I'll do whatever. But that's like 1 in 50 that'll do that. Most people are a little suspicious. A lot of people are mailing them, knocking on their door, calling them, and they've got other creditors probably banging on their door too. So they're hiding.
You know what? That's what I wanted to talk about. You got to think about the mindset of these people, Roundup. Mm-hmm. They're losing their house. No doubt if you didn't pay your house bill, then your phone bill is all jacked up. Your health insurance might not be carpet. Credit. Yeah, I mean, you just got. I'm sure it feels like the world because I've been foreclosed on 3 times. Luckily, it was all investment properties, so I didn't live in them.
Mhm.
But I just can imagine the distress and
Yeah,
emotional
stress of
anguish.
having to tell your family that you're going to move, and you got to be careful too. I've had scenarios where I've dealt with the husband, and I knocked on the door and said, "Hey, we're here to talk about your situation with your bank and the foreclosure," and the wife goes, "What? What?
What foreclosure? Oh yeah.
What?" and starts yelling at the husband. You got to be careful about that.
I think that happens, Bill. I think that happened. Matter of fact, I had one dude. He was like, his daughter hadn't been making the payments, and they don't even know.
Right.
They don't even know. Like,
Yeah.
and they're thankful if you go over there. You're not trying to just buy their house. I'm just trying to let you know what's going.
Right.
Man, these people will love you.
Yeah.
They will love you.
Yeah. Yeah. I have most people who I bought houses from in distressed situations give me a big hug.
Yep.
They're, they're grateful. They're grateful for me buying their house at 60, 70, 80 cents on the dollar.
They want to get out of it.
They want to get out of it.
Sammy. Hey, Sammy, will there be a replay available just in case I can't watch the whole thing live, Bill?
Well, we are recording it for the people who do pay to get in, and you will get a copy. So if you sign up and you can't make all of it, you're going to get a link for a recording in a few days.
Gotcha. Thanks, Bill. Michael, hello. Does anyone happen to know any good sub-2 attorneys in Minnesota? Is it still snowing out there? It's June.
No. Not in June.
I lived there for 3.
Yeah.
I ain't going back. Bill, I don't know. Stay here for just a few seconds. People think that having a Bill Bronchick in their life, they think that this just happens all the time, and just tell them, Bill, explain to them that how that's not the case.
There's very few attorneys who know what I know and do what I do. But so you can either have to find a willing attorney who you can train. We call them paper training them like a dog. Training them on the paper, but not, the paper, it's a double entendre. Or you talk to some local investors and go, who can help me with this? Who do you know as an attorney who knows this stuff? I mean, I'm not the only person who knows it, but there's very few who know it. Or you don't necessarily need an attorney. A title company is more important. You need a good title company who's willing to do this. Unless you're in a state where attorneys do the closings.
Yeah, that's New York, New Jersey.
Right.
You better do that anyway up there. I mean, can you even do a tabletop closing up there, Bill?
I can, but I'm licensed still in New York.
I'm just talking about, I know I've been to people's homes and like, man, they're going out of town that day. They'll sign the deed and just go.
Yeah, I've done that too. I've gotten people to sign a deed, over a car, and didn't even do a title search, just kind of crossed my fingers. But there was so much equity, I figured, what could go wrong? And I've gotten burned a few times.
Yeah, you will.
And most of the time it worked out just fine.
Roundup, get signed up for the Foreclosure Profits Workshop. It's going to be this weekend, June 26th. The coupon code is CASH. You're going to get 50% off. That discount will end in 24 hours. If you miss it, it's okay. The price is still affordable. It's going to cost you just a dinner with your spouse. Anova. Hope I said that right. Oh, you didn't answer the question, Bill. Michael, do you know anybody in Minnesota?
Good substitutes in Minnesota? I don't. Sorry,
yeah. Michael, it's going to take some time. Don't think you're going to get the first person or 10 you talk to.
Yeah.
Okay. So make sure you set it in your mind. This is something I will do, and just go out. Boom. You don't do this. Do you do that? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Thank you. Boom, boom, boom. Don't get emotional over it. Get over it. Just get over it, man. I have another commitment on this day. If I register for the workshop, can she just get the replay, Bill?
Yeah. If you register, I won't be selling it separately after the workshop happens. But if you register prior, you'll get the recording.
Okay.
I'm not going to make it available for $97 after the workshop, or any price after the workshop.
Gotcha. Eleanor says, ask the questions and shut up. That's right. Shut up. Shut up. Black Visions, how do we know if and when they got refi money, Bill?
Ask them. Ask them.
How do you do that, Bill? I mean, you just ask people, did they get any money?
Did you refinance the property? Yes. How much did you get out? X. How much you have left? Y. How much
Gotcha.
are you willing to put together to solve this problem?
You'd be surprised, y'all.
Yeah.
I love asking, what are you going to do with the money?
Right. You know, it's crazy. I see these ads on TV for this VA loan company, encouraging people to refinance their house at 100% loan to value. You know, which sounds really great. It's a VA loan. It's a benefit as a veteran. But think about that. Most people do is they refi their credit card debt. What happens if you don't pay your credit cards? Nothing. Nothing. They take your credit cards away. What happens if you don't pay your house mortgage? You lose your home.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I don't know if in all cases it's a good idea to refi your property to pay off your credit cards. Your credit card debt, you'll get your credit hurt if you don't pay it, but they're not gonna take your home away for it.
Be careful with that one, y'all.
Yeah.
CHI Group LLC. Where do I put the coupon code in after I enter the
On
card?
the left side of the order form, you should see it when you click on it.
Yeah, it's kind of dark. You got to look at the left side.
I fixed it. You click on it. There's a little thing that says reveal coupon thing. It's a little arrow, and then you pop it in there.
I thought it was kind of. I told Bill.
Yeah, it was dark. I had my IT guy change the font on it.
We might have to do some more. Make that. I don't know, Bill. Just look at it again because I couldn't even see it. I'm like, okay, Bill. My people. I don't know around.
He fixed it.
Okay. Landray, how would you approach people in foreclosure in a state like Maryland? Oh yeah, where you have the law. Explain that, Bill.
Someone asked me that last time, and I said, email me, and I'll look that up, and I'll give you an answer, and they never did. So I'm not familiar with FIFA, but I am certain there is that whatever this law is not going to prohibit you from buying foreclosures.
Not buying them, no. They are protected from some type of communication, Bill. I don't know the whole story.
We just work around the limitations of the law, find out what it says, find out where the loopholes are. Whatever the legislature thought up, we'll think of 10 ways around it.
Gotcha. That'd be a good thing to talk about.
In Illinois, you can't assign a contract. You need a broker's license, right? So does it say you can't put it in an LLC and sell the LLC?
Gotcha.
Doesn't say that.
Attorneys, damn attorneys.
But, that guy, email me and give me a link to that law, and I'll give you an answer.
Landray, I think that's a good idea. Go ahead, and if you can't get his email, what is it, Bill Bronchick? I don't know.
Just bill@bronchick.com.
Bill@bronchick.com. Email him, Landray, so you can come on if you could join the workshop. Bill can get into that because that's a very, very hot topic in Maryland. Because here, I just go to the door, I knock on the door. How you doing? Up there. I don't necessarily think you can do that. You know what? That's crazy in Maryland.
And a lot of that same question. Yeah. The answer is yes.
Oh, I'm about to purchase workshop. May not be able to come back. Oh, recording. Yeah, there you go. Okay. No foe. Got my seat. Good for you, my friend. Well, we'll be joining us. That's him that
I like that. No foe.
Jessica says, thank you, Bill. Thank you.
Pleasure.
We went to bed. Questions answered first from members only roundup. If you haven't joined us yet, make sure you hit that join button below. It helps support the channel. Busy entrepreneurs and professionals. It's going to cost you just a large Starbucks coffee a month. That's all to help to support keeping me making content.
Who drinks all that coffee?
One a month?
No, but it's not one a month. I mean, you're getting hundreds of people buying you one a month. Are you drinking that much coffee, or are you just
That's what it costs. The comparison is Starbucks coffee is $8 a month. That's what the membership.
They were giving an actual cup of coffee like a Starbucks credit.
Oh no! We try to.
Okay.
It's going to cost you nothing.
A cup of coffee. Okay, I was wondering. I was like, man, Chris has got 100 cups of coffee a month to drink.
I might drink that already. I know I drink one a day. What's that, 30?
Yeah, I drink like 3 cups a day.
So you already.
I'm already there.
Michael, hey Bill, I know you have a big network. I'm struggling to find a good attorney. Is he the guy in Minnesota? Sorry, Michael, we already went over that one.
Yeah.
CT Fat Boy, are we able to purchase a seat and watch a different time?
Yes, you'll get a replay.
Gotcha. I've given Paris. I see a beautiful Paris. One of our members. I see beautiful opportunity to walk communities and door knock. Introduce yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be surprised, man. I'm telling you, people are looking for people to talk to. They've been stuck in the house for a year. They're not mad. They're not mad seeing people. TCC. I don't have a lot of money to get into this, but I really want to do foreclosures. It's the big storm coming our way, but I'm going to sign up for the course.
Smart.
Good for you, TCC.
2 ways you can do it without money.
Here's the thing: when you have to get over that mentality, CC. It doesn't have to be your money. It doesn't have to be your money, dude. Do you think me and Bill got here? I promise you, I don't know Bill's whole story.
I didn't
know
get
his whole story.
my money.
Go ahead.
I didn't get here with my money. I took my last $4,000 and mailed 14,000 postcards.
Wow.
And got 18 deals from that. Every one of those deals I put no money into it.
Sweet.
Now it costs you a little more than $4,000 now to mail 14,000, but you could probably mail 6,000.
You could do that. Somebody says, "Come in a hand." Okay, come on down, my brother.
Go door knocking on Chris's door.
Well, yeah. I don't know, Bill Bronchick, being your license in New York, you close. Oh, you don't do Bill. Oh,
no.
It's on the coupon code roundup. Yes, it's on the left-hand side.
Right.
The lady under the laptop.
Thank you.
Rosanna, hey! I ain't seen her in so long. Rosanna was one of our consultants for the Section 8 Landlord's Guide to Section 8 Housing. She's a caseworker out there in Cali. Did a phenomenal job. William, wife and husband got divorced 2 years ago and house is in pre-foreclosure. The bank won't work with the wife, even though it was a quit claim deed. There's a quit claim deed over to her and given to her in the divorce. Husband's MIA.
You're going to have to sleuth a little bit and find this because I bet you he doesn't even know. This is very common. Husband and wife in foreclosure, in a divorce. Husband deeds it over to the wife. Wife agrees to sell it or refi it within 3 years. And a year later, she defaults. And husband is screwed, blued, and tattooed because he doesn't own the house anymore, but he's on the mortgage. And a lot of times they don't know it. I had a situation just like this where the wife got the house. She had a big party, destroyed the place. I called up the husband and I said, "Hey, you're still on that mortgage. You're liable for it." What? I said, "No problem. Just sign a deed right here to me and I'll take care of it." So he signed a deed to me and I called the wife and I went, "Howdy, partner. We're 50-50 now." So I negotiated with her to get the other half, the 2 separate deeds, 2 separate quitclaim deeds.
Wow, that's gangster.
Yeah.
How'd you mentally come up with that one, Bill?
You could sell half a house.
Man, that is so crazy. Well, for this guy, he's got to, number one, track him down first, or he could do it. How about
I got a suggestion. There's a lot of ways to track people.
Yeah.
I got a simple one. Facebook.
Oh, everybody's on
Facebook. I found a lady. I had a condo I was selling last year. And the title company says, "You got a problem. Like 3 deeds ago, someone forgot to put the garage in the legal description. So we need that person to re-sign a deed over to complete the chain of title." And I'm like, that was like 21 years ago. Where am I going to find that person? I went on Facebook. I found them in another state. And I said, "Did you used to own this condo in this development?" She says, "Yeah, I did." I said, "Wow, great. Listen, this afternoon, I'm going to have someone show up to your house with paperwork, with a notary. I got a traveling notary in her city to meet her at the house." I emailed her the quitclaim deed. I said, "Just print it out. The notary will come sign it for you, and she'll collect it and give it to me." And she said, "Sure, happy to help."
That was Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. Now, a name like William Delinko, and that's a pretty unique name, like mine, Bill Bronchick. You could find someone like that. If his name is, John Smith or Jose Rodriguez, that's a little hard, because there's so many of them. But you might just want to sift through them and just put their name and their city and go, "Wow, you know what?" And look at their history and their pictures. You might figure it out.
Yeah. How about a quiet title? How about doing a quiet title, Bill?
Well, I think the challenge he has is negotiating with the lender. They don't want to talk to him or the wife because neither is on the mortgage.
Oh, I see that. Who's on the mortgage?
The husband, who's MIA.
Oh, quick silent
But
title.
he deeded it over to her in the divorce. She's not on the mortgage, so they won't talk to her.
Yeah, quiet title's not going to help you.
No.
So you might have to do some things that might not. Anyway, yeah, I ain't going to go there. Sometimes we get things done, though.
What do you do in a live convention?
Me?
Yeah.
Man, you know, so many people have been wanting me to do one, Bill.
Yeah. It's fun, man. It'll be a lot of fun. I go. You got me lined up for speaker.
All right. Y'all give us a thumbs up if y'all want me to do. I've been, you know, I can't tell you how many people.
Yeah, do it in like October or something. You know,
yeah.
It'll be a distant memory by then.
Maybe it'll be like a Halloween type thing or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. Banks won't work with the wife. Yeah, we know that one. That ain't gonna do that. Helping Hands. Roundup. Make sure you get joined up to registered up for the Foreclosure Profits Workshop happening this weekend. The link is in the video description. Your coupon code is cash because you watched. I'm not even going to put that in the description. Only if you watched do you get that code, okay? Because I want to say
it is being recorded because people are asking us over and over. It is being recorded for the people who sign up before the event. So you'll get a link to, you know, even if you watch it or you can only make part of it, or you can't make it at all, you're going to get a replay you can watch over and over. But I'm not going to sell it after the event.
Yeah, I hear that.
You have to sign up now to get the recording.
Helping Hand says to get the recording, you need to email Bill's office a few times.
Hey, I send it out. Some people are like, oh, I didn't get it. I sent it out 3 times. Check your spam folder.
Let me preface this by letting y'all know Bill is an attorney.
Yeah,
he is an attorney. So you're gonna have to stay on top of him, dude. Just,
I do. I email it out multiple times, but some people just don't get the email.
They might not. Nation 19. So if I win a bid that has multiple errors and multiple liens, I'm presuming a bid on a foreclosure.
No, stakes are lien. LIENS is liens.
Oh yeah, liens. Yeah. Is there a way to get around it?
I'm just busting your chops. So if I win a bid that has multiple errors and multiple liens, I don't know what you mean. You're talking about a bid at an auction?
Yeah, the foreclosure auction. You got to worry about that.
There's multiple liens, but as long as those liens are behind the mortgage being foreclosed, they get wiped out. Except the IRS, they have 180 days under federal law to redeem, and you can call them up and say, "Will you waive that?" And they will.
Yeah, you get that. That's negotiable. Yeah. CHI Group. I like that graphic you got there. Is it best to buy sub 2 with an LLC or a trust, Bill?
Either one or both.
Damn attorneys.
There's no right answer in every situation.
I'm always using land trust. So if anybody asks me, so
yeah.
Paris, one of our members, Bill, instead of double closing, would you recommend set up the property at an LLC and sell the LLC with the assignment of LLC membership interest being completed?
Absolutely, Paris. I do that all the time.
Yeah. So you're actually selling the company that owns the property.
Or owns the contract.
Yes, right. The right. That's right.
The right to close. So you sell your membership to another investor. They give you 5 or 10 grand. They step in your shoes. They close with that LLC with the seller on the contract. It's just another way of assigning a contract without assigning a contract.
There's several ways to do it. Land trust, LLC, double closing, beneficial interest. TCC Smith, hard concept to actualize, but I'm sure you'll show me. It was worth it. Rosanna, I've purchased Bill Creative Financing course. Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, Rosanna. Yeah, y'all need to get in touch with Rosanna. Hey, Tony. Hey, Chris, come door knock with me in Vegas. That'd be cool. I'm coming to Vegas. You know, my wife loves Vegas. I hate it.
Why don't you do your convention in Vegas?
Oh, man. Damn, that would be crazy, Bill.
That'd be crazy. The only problem is, I'll tell you, because I've done some conventions in Vegas, everybody's union. So, like,
what you mean?
Everybody works at the hotels. They're all union employees. So, like, oh, you want someone to drag your materials, your projector, everything from the front of the hotel all the way to the convention area. You have to use a union employee, which is $25 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
and they charge a lot for those convention rooms. I spent upwards of $50,000 for a 3-day event there.
Wow.
So maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. William, she never refied. The husband filed for bankruptcy.
She never refied. The husband filed for bankruptcy. Hey, fine. You could still get a power of attorney from the husband
You need that power of attorney, dog.
and use that power of attorney to negotiate with the lender.
Rosanna's in a contract for Gary, Indiana. Good for you.
Great.
The market out there is so low. I just cannot believe it.
Yeah,
You can buy
that is so cheap.
20, 30 grand. You can buy a house.
I don't know if I would, but I had 20, 30 grand. But you could buy a house for $100,000 in Indiana.
That would be nice.
Yeah, a decent neighborhood that'll rent for $1,000 or more.
That would be crazy. I'll gladly repay for that event. Prepay. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, I need to. I will see you both on the live seminar. I'm registered. Rashid registered up. See you Saturday. Good for you, my friend. Thank you for supporting the channel. No money signing off. Oh, I did that one already. Roundup, get registered up. Laughing my butt. Y'all crazy. Working on loan mod. Okay, he got some stuff. The son, William, the son is on the will. What docs do we need to get to the bank so they will acknowledge that the son is successor to continue on getting?
It's called a letters testamentary. What if they haven't done this already? The son has to start a petition for a proceeding in a local probate court, and the court appoints him as the representative of the estate. And it's a document called letters of administration or letters testamentary. And you present that to the bank, and that shows the son has authority to negotiate.
Gotcha. Letters of testamentary. The Black House Society. What time is the event on Saturday, Bill?
It's Eastern time, 11 to 6. So translate.
I'll write it on here. Let me type it. I keep forgetting. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. Boom.
That's right. Thank you.
Did I do that?
Yeah, that's right.
Y'all making me type. Boy. Erica, I live in Texas. Am I a state where this will work? Foreclosures.
Absolutely.
I thought it didn't work with any state that the person that's asking doesn't work in that state, Bill.
What do you mean?
Ronald Grant always says it works everywhere but where you're from.
That's a joke, right?
Only thing to be honest with her,
Bill,
go ahead.
Texas. Yeah, everything is what I'll be talking about would be applicable for Texas.
Well, I just want to make sure we're transparent, and I think she's probably been hearing everywhere but Texas, everywhere but Texas. So tell her what strategy that she should maybe stay with.
You can't do in Texas, like lease options, contracts for deed, but everything else works fine in Texas.
All right.
Everything I'm talking about Saturday is applicable to Texas. I won't be talking about anything that's not applicable.
Good. Erica, I don't want you to think that you're not right when you say, well, Texas, I need to know. So lease options are fun. Go ahead, Bubba. Taylor? Yes. Okay, I'll be out there. I'm almost done. CHI, who handles the transaction if I'm assigning my LLC that owns the contract? Is that attorney, title company? Basically, who do I collect my check from at closing?
The investor writes you a check. And then you assign your membership to that investor, and they close using the LLC as the buyer. So the investor writes you a check.
Gotcha. RHB 3001. Will you provide scripts for the sellers who are going through foreclosure, Bill?
We're going to do some negotiating scenarios.
Gotcha. You can take notes on that, I'm presuming.
Mm-hmm.
Nation. So claim title is not important in a foreclosure.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said if there are liens that are junior to the one being foreclosed, they will be extinguished by the foreclosure, but there may be liens in front superior to the lien being foreclosed. So we want to make sure that we have clean title.
That's if you're not going through with the auction.
Right.
They're going to be
Buying
extinguished.
at the auction. Either way, if you're buying, pre-foreclosure, you want to check the title and see all the liens the seller just forgot to tell you about.
Yeah, you do not want to go to the foreclosure steps not knowing what you're bidding on.
Right. And it's amazing because, the common myth is that investors misrepresent things to sellers. Sellers often misrepresent things to investors. Oh, no, I just have a first mortgage. That's it. Oh, I pull a title report and there's 9 liens on it. Like, you wanted to mention this, Oh, I didn't know.
And some counties, Bill, I've seen where public works don't get wiped out. Water bill, I've seen where they survive.
Municipal liens are superior to the first mortgage. So they don't get wiped out.
You talk about some major trouble there.
HOA liens sometimes don't get wiped out. Yeah. Property taxes almost never get wiped out.
You got to know this stuff. Yeah. TT. Oh, I don't currently have enough knowledge or competence to add any value. Well, what do you mean? You can come to you can just come and be an attendant. Attendee.
Attendant and get knowledge and confidence.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Bill was one of the first trainers that I got his stuff back in 2000, I think it was 5 when I first met. So doing this stuff for a long. The Black House Society just got in the course. There you go.
Look forward to your questions.
Bobby, there's nowhere to put the code in, like I told Bill earlier today.
It's on the left side.
You got to make that thing lighter, man.
I did.
William, I'm working on another deal. Short sale. Lender won't allow a short sale. Any feedback to get them to initiate the short sale, Bill?
If they're not going to allow a short sale, then you're going to have to figure out one of the other 7 strategies.
Ain't no equity, Bill. Only, I mean, shoot. I don't know. If there's no equity, if they won't do a short sale, if the payment's too high, I don't know what you can do on that.
Loan mod?
Oh, that's true. Well, isn't that the same app, though?
No. For a short sale, it's a different process.
Gotcha. There you go, William. Loan mod. CHI Group, you guys are awesome. I'll see you Saturday. Good for you. Thank you. Erica, thank you. You're welcome. Paris, in Baltimore, it is required to do a lien certificate because water and sewer, there you go, remains.
That's right.
Reigns supreme. REI, yeah. Bill, you want to stay there for a minute so people understand what the heck we're talking about?
Yeah. So there are certain
sometimes,
in a property, there's different lien priorities. So generally, the rule is a lien is first in time, first in right. So if one mortgage records first and another one recorded second, it's first and second mortgages. If a judgment is recorded, that's in third position. But some liens automatically go in front of the line, like property taxes, like water and utilities usually go in front of the first mortgage. So if the first mortgage forecloses, it wipes out everything behind it, but not in front of it, i.e. property taxes, water. It's not probably going to be a deal killer,
a couple thousand at the most.
Is a big number in some states. But water, sewer, stuff like that, that's not going to be a big number. That'll mess up the deal.
Mm-hmm. Helping Hands, do you ask them to vacate the home before you open escrow when you buy foreclosures?
No, but I ideally want them out before closing. A lot of people do is they listen to the seller who says, I want to stay in the home. And they lease it back to them with some right to repurchase it. And that's a big mistake.
No.
Big mistake.
Yeah.
Big.
I meant to have lost 30 grand doing that.
Yeah. I, on occasion, will let them stay after closing and then leave afterwards on it. And then in very few cases. But right now with the no eviction thing, you heard about this. Someone bought a house in foreclosure in California and the people won't leave and they can't evict them.
You know what, man? The judge and courts are probably like, you're going to make your money. You know how these judges can be, brother.
Right. Judges aren't exactly entrepreneurs.
No, they're in there. They're voted in and they're good. That's a rough one, Bill. I go to the auction. I did everything I was supposed to do. I came up with the money. I bought the property. I paid closing costs.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't get the people out.
Can't get the people out. Well, unless you bribe them with enough money.
Probably pay them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Just pay them. Jessica, hey, you guys are great. Well, thank you.
All right.
Talk to my wife. Can you please tell my wife that? We just purchased the course. Can't wait. Brooks Family Investors from New Jersey.
Thank you, Jessica. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And I've been all over Jersey, every inch of Jersey. I had a job in college as a shopper for 7-Eleven. My territory was New Jersey. I went to every 7-Eleven 3 times in New Jersey.
What, a silent shopper or something?
Yeah. I love that job. It was fun. They gave me money to buy stuff, and I got to keep it. And they paid me back then, I think it was $7 an hour plus mileage, plus they gave me money to buy stuff and keep it. That was a pretty good job in what was that, like 85, 84? That was pretty good money back then, right?
That's cool. I lived in Bergen for a while, North Bergen, in Jersey City and all that stuff. William, he's got another one. Borrower won't get approved for maybe after we get declined for the mod, short sale may be an option.
Maybe they change their mind. I don't know.
Giovanni, Guru selling a course where you can buy a foreclosure after the mortgage has been sold a few times due to no paperwork or incorrect paperwork. Have you heard of this, Bill?
Total bull crap. Total bull. Their argument is you can't produce the original note, so you can't foreclose it. Not true.
They can pull it up from the courthouse, can't they?
Of course they can. That argument has been tried and rejected by courts in every state, and there are still people pushing that theory.
Really?
Yeah. It's like I have a friend / client who said, yeah, I told him I got the vaccine. He says, oh my God, get it out. Go get your kidneys like dialysis and get it out of your system.
Wow.
I'm like, I think you're a little paranoid.
Oh boy, helping hands.
You think he's a little paranoid?
Yeah, helping hands. What happens if they refuse to leave, Bill?
Take out the front door for repairs. I'm just kidding. No. You could either evict them or bribe them with some cash to leave, or just wait it out until the eviction is over.
Money, from my experience, money makes people move. And you got to be nice. You got to offer them a truck, first month's security deposit. I mean,
just offer them enough that they can leave, move, put a security deposit on a rental.
Help them move, yeah. I always approach these people. How can I help you? How can I help you get to where you want to be? Because you obviously don't want to stay here. Right. Paris, this is huge in Baltimore. Water bills can get over $8,000. Yeah.
You negotiated one. Very good.
That's cool.
In my area, they don't take discounts.
No, they don't. They get you by the. Tony, have you ever heard of a tenant buyer legally having interest in a property once they sign an option and pay the option fee, making it difficult for the owner to evict the tenant buyer?
It's called the argument is that the tenant has an equitable mortgage,
even if they didn't pay the rent.
Right. Now, most times judges reject that unless it's a serious amount of equity. So I had a student come to me and says, I did a lease option with a guy, and the market jumped up over the 3 years of the option. There's like $180,000 in equity, and I want to bounce them out on an eviction. I go, no judge is going to let you do that. Mm-hmm. You just pay him something, pay him $25,000 and, get out.
Mm-hmm. Gotta love Jersey. Yeah.
Gotta love Jersey.
RHB.
From there, right?
Huh? Yeah. Does the course offer letters or postcards to mail to sellers?
Waste of time. Knock on the door.
Yeah, do you know how many letters? I used to do that. I never got a response.
No. There's this one particular one that I've done that works very well, but you still have to follow it up with a call or a door knock.
Yeah, you're talking Bill. Bill, you said you had a seller or a homeowner with a box of mail.
Yeah, a box of mail. They're not going to recognize your letter.
Well, think about it. I always put myself in their shoes. They're losing the house, car payment behind credit card, all these bills. Right. You send a letter. What the hell do I have? Why would I open it?
They're probably not even opening the mail. They're probably throwing it on the table and just let it pile up or put it in a box.
They ain't thinking about, oh, yeah, well, here's Bill's letter. Let me open it up and call him. and help him make money right there.
Right.
Dude, they are not thinking about you.
And don't leave your card on the door.
Heck
Don't
no.
leave a brochure. They're gonna throw it out.
Doesn't work, dude. Yeah. You got to think about the mental anguish that they're going through. All right, Bill, June 26th, this Saturday, 11 o'clock EST.
Yeah.
The link is in the video description roundup. Get joined up. I see we got a couple. This is going to be a good class, Bill.
Yeah, I enjoy doing these classes. It's a lot of work, but it's fun.
That's what we pay you for, man.
Yeah.
All right. Final thoughts, and we'll get you out of here. No more questions here.
Yeah. So whether you have money, whether you don't have money, whether you're experienced or whether you're inexperienced, this is going to be something for everybody. Gosh darn it, it's $100 with the discount. It's not the money. The question is are you willing to spend the time and the effort and the commitment to watch it all, participate, ask questions, or watch the replay?
That's right. It's the time, because $100, as we get older, money just the value is not there.
Yeah,
it's not there. You make $100.
I like to subscribe. You're pounding on people to subscribe.
You better subscribe, or I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Roundup. I love you. I do this because I love you. You noticed I haven't been going live a lot lately. I got a 1-year-old that's terrorizing my house. So when I get on here, I'm going to bring you value. I will bring you value because I love you and I want to see you succeed in this game. Things are going to be so crazy. I'm looking at the values. This looks just like 2005 when I got in the game. I don't think it's going to be exactly the same, but things are going to change different. Things are going to change quickly, just like they're changing from year to year now.
Right. Just like Clint Eastwood said in Heartbreak Ridge, you must learn to improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Improvise, adapt, and overcome. I like that. Okay, this is it. This is your last call, y'all. Bill, it's been an honor to hang out with you, my brother.
Pleasure. Good to see you, Chris.
Yeah, let's work on that thing.
For joining, your questions, and thanks to Chris for putting this on.
Yeah, okay. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Roundup, subscribe to the channel, like the content if we've helped you at all, and share this with anybody else that needs to learn how to invest in real estate. We're the #1 channel on YouTube for real estate investors, not just wholesalers. Talk to you soon. Peace.